Mostly these days, all I ever really play anymore, though, is like 90% of the time, it's like DC Universe Online. Always playing that. That game, I started playing it in 2013. And then 2016, I kind of had enough of it for a while and I left. And then 2020, like I guess pandemic or whatever, but I came back to the game and then I just never stopped playing it. I ended up having more fun than ever. So the 4-year break was good for me. Now I still have fun playing it. A lot of people, they whine about the grabs, like, oh, it's too old looking. Yeah, who cares? It's fine. It's fun. That's all that matters. Is there cast grabs? Of course there are. It's a modern game. What do you expect? But you don't have to do them. Like, I don't really spend much money on the game anymore outside of my membership. That's it. I pay for that, and the rest I just get in game. I found the secret with that game is don't worry about elite gear. You don't need it. You don't even really need to do elite content. You can, you can do it, but you don't have to have the elite gear. You don't have to have the OP shit. So what I do is all the stuff for those that drops, instead of spending tons of in-game cash to get those or grinding away to get more, I get them, I sell them right on the broker. Especially at the start of a new DLC. When it comes out, those things will sell for millions. So I make millions and millions of dollars in that game. My character's low now, he's down about 500 million, but I had like 1.5 billion at one point. And I bought a bunch of stuff because when time capsules come out, I'll usually just buy the stuff. I stockpile all my stabilizers, and I only ever open the 25 minimum for a time capsule until the mega one comes out, because those are the best deals, because you get like 9 or 10 capsules open for like 7 stabilizers, so it's a deal. And then you can get like collections from your older ones, and so I'll open a bunch of them, which I did this time around. And then the rest of it, I'll buy the styles I want off the broker. I get all the feats that way. So my character right now, he's got about 760 skill points, I think. I got his artifacts maxed. I got the DPS ones wolf packed, which is another fun thing, is when you wolf pack an artifact, every character you ever make gets that artifact at 200. So you can have a brand new character that's like level 9, you just get your base and you go collect your artifact, and now you're stomping everything. So like all my characters, they start out with 5 DPS artifacts that are at 200. And then I go through to leveling them up to 30, just plowing through everything. Sometimes I'll make characters just to do that, and then I'll delete them. And then some of them I keep. But generally I just play the main character that I have. And I have 16 armories. And I got a name that's kind of like, can be anybody. Like I call him Captain Cosplay. And then that way I can just be whoever I want to be in the game. I have all the armories. A little windy there. And also, by doing that, you're focusing on your one character, and so all your resources go to that. You build them up quicker, you get more skill points quicker. My alts I just use as farmers for that character. So it's a good strategy, and it also makes it so I don't have to spend fuck all for money on the game. My main guy, he's a fire tank. I make a lot of like Mortal Kombat characters, and I make Superman, Batman, Spider-Man characters. I got like a Mysterio and Spider-Man. They're all in the armories. I got the Flash, I got the Black Flash, the Death one. And then every now and then I'll just change them up. I'll make like new ones and swap out armories or ditch them. So it keeps it fresh. And then the alts I generally just use as farmers for that one. Because generally with that game too is your combat rating doesn't actually mean that much. Like it does, but it doesn't. What matters more, and even more than skill points, is artifacts. Because the other thing too is most people that play don't have 700 skill points, or there's a few that do, like me, and then there's others that have like higher than me, like 1,000 skill points. But you really don't need that many. It's your artifacts that matter the most. You got good artifacts, you'll stomp the game. Like I got alts that got 60 skill points, but they got those artifacts, so they crush. I'll go into like old content or something, just getting stuff for them, and they'll end up being the top DPS with no skill points. It's just because they have those artifacts. There'll be people that are way higher CR than me, doesn't matter, still beat them. And the damage. PvP I don't play anymore. It's just kind of trash now. Well, it kind of always has been trash, but it's even more trash now. But it's not a necessary thing in the game anyway, though. So I just turn the dual invites off to auto ignore, and then I don't have to worry about that. And there we go. I have PvP gear. Like I got an armory that's got like level 100 PvP gear, which is the second highest you can have. I never bothered to finish it and get to 101 because I just stopped caring. But generally PvE, that's what I want to play. Just running content, doing bounties. Being a fire tank definitely helps a lot because you can get into any content pretty much. Your tanks are always in demand. And I'm also good in DPS too, so if there's already a tank in the group, I can switch really easy to DPS and still do great. So it's good to be versatile in at least two roles. Like always have a DPS role. You don't necessarily have to have a role, like you don't have to be a healer or whatever, but always at least have a DPS role, because it doesn't matter if there's extra DPS in a raid or alert. It does matter when you got too many healers or too many tanks. Like other times you load into some alert and then like there's 4 tanks there. Everybody's a tank. So now it's like great. Now we're all 4 tanks, and then some people they just refuse to switch because they can't do any other role. So then they become useless. So now if the run's going bad, you end up having to kick those people because they're holding the fucking whole alert back. Oh, horse there. So that's my DC Universe advice for you there. Get your artifacts up. I mean, try and get your skill points up too, but don't put such a huge priority on skill points if that's the only thing that matters to you. Ugh, ugly Cybertruck. Get your artifacts. And don't bother spending money on artifacts. Just get your membership and you'll get them up there. But I would suggest to like a new player, get 1 artifact to 80. That's it. Start with that. When you get that artifact to 80, get a second artifact to 80. And then get a third one to 80, and then a 4, until you got all 5 at 80. Once you got those at 80, then start getting them to the 120. Just kind of one at a time. Because if you got artifacts that aren't at 80, they're not doing anything for you. They don't start to do anything until 80. So always get it to at least 80. Then do your other ones until because you got 5 artifacts at 80, you're still going to do better than somebody that's got like 1 at 160 and then nothing else. So get those there so they're usable. Then start getting them to 120. Because 120 is the next perk. Then get them to, then get 1 to 140 or 160 next. and then eventually get them all to 160, and then 160 is a pretty solid level for most artifacts. Like me, because I've been grinding them for a while, I got all of my DPS and tank arts at 200, except for my manacles. I have that one at 160. And that one doesn't really matter being at 160 because you're getting all what you're going to get out of it then. After that, it's just extra stats. So what I'm currently doing with that character is I'm putting the resources into leveling up the 2 rings that we got because there's feats involved there. And then when those are done, I'll switch over and I'll finish off the manacles. And then when that's all maxed, I have stuff to just throw in the bank, I guess, until something else comes out. But generally, yeah, new player, just try to get your arts to 160, but get them all at one level, then another level. And where you get your perks are 80, 120, 160, 200. So don't get them to like 80 and then get to do 100. Get them all to 80. Then pick one, get it to 120. Then pick another one, get it to 120, and so on. Then go to 140. Then go to, or not 140. Then go to 160 with one, and then another one to 160. Because once you have them all 160, you're sitting pretty good. You're gonna out damage most people. You're gonna be an effective tank or healer or whatever role you're doing. Do your research on artifacts. Like, don't just level any old piece of crap artifact, because there's some that are better than others. And then there's like the meta ones that are kind of like OP ones, but they don't stay OP forever, so you don't necessarily have to go with those. But if you're already gonna get an artifact, if you don't already have one done, don't replace a good one to just be meta. Fucking brakes making a bunch of noise. I don't know why they do that. I just had them fixed too. They stopped fine though. So. What's rubbing on me? Okay. What in the fuck? I'm gonna have to pull over and take a look at that. Well, it stopped. It heard me, I guess. I don't know what the fuck that was. But yeah, I got rambling about DC. But anyway, I guess the real point with my DC stuff there is you don't have to spend a ton of money on the game. Don't fall for the cash grabs. Don't go for every meta artifact just to be top DPS. Because chart chasing will make you broke fast. You know, as long as you do solid, you do good, you get the run done, it's all good. And most of the time, if you got good artifacts, you're gonna be top spot anyways. Because most people don't have their artifacts. They think they gotta go for CR first. So you get these people that got the max CR, but they don't have any artifacts. And you walk all over them. There we go. Almost hit that pole. Oops. Well, we're good. But, it's a nice area of the road here.